Hi guys, so I am 37 weeks and 4 days today, and I apologize for missing last week. A lot has been going on. If you're wondering and you haven't seen it yet, go watch my last video that I just posted called, what did I name it? I called it Life Changes, I think. So you go ahead and see what's going on in my personal life. But this video is going to be about pregnancy and about Landon and about how these past 2 weeks have gone, because a lot has happened and a lot has changed. Okay, so I have been having weekly appointments now. My appointments are always on Mondays. So I have been talking previously about how Landon was still posterior and I was kind of worried about that. And at my 36-week appointment, so it was, not this last appointment, but the appointment before that, he had started turning, and then at the next appointment he turned even more. So he is officially not posterior anymore. He's not completely anterior, like he's not completely facing my spine, but he's facing the side, and she said that that's a good position for him to be in. I got my birthing pool delivered. I have not set it up yet to test it and see how, make sure there's no holes in it or anything, but it is here and I need to test it very soon. I got everything else that I needed for the home birth, so I will be making a home birth supply list video. I've been having lots of troubles breathing this week. I'm assuming it's just because he's getting bigger and getting squished on my lungs, but it's not always just like a squeezed feeling. I don't know if I mentioned this before. I get these periods of time where it feels like I just ran a marathon and I didn't run a marathon. I think I probably talked about this in my last video. But it feels like my heart just starts beating, and it's not really beating fast, but it's beating really hard, and it's like I can hear my heartbeat, and then I have like troubles breathing, and if I can't stand up for long periods of time because I get lightheaded and I have to like sit down, and it's just like really weird. And it only happens a few times a day. It's usually in the morning or if I've been on my feet a lot. Also, my muscle separation, as you guys know, my muscles are torn really badly down the middle, and this last appointment I had her check to see if she can tell how big the separation is, and she said it's so large that she cannot even find my stomach muscles. That's how big it is right now. So it's really, really, really bad, and she said it's probably 100% that I'm gonna need surgery to fix it. And on top of that, I already had an umbilical hernia before after the twins, and now that the separation has gotten even wider, I'm assuming, I'm wondering what the hernia is going to look like afterwards, if it's going to get worse, and I'm going to need to keep an eye on that because umbilical hernias can cause health problems. The one that I had before was not one of those, but I do need to make sure to keep an eye on it. And this last appointment, which was Monday, so it's Thursday now, she said that he has reached 7 pounds. He's about a 7-pounder right now. Of course, that's just an estimate, but just by feeling around, she's pretty good at being able to tell how big the baby is right then and there. On Monday, he was already 7 pounds, and babies gain about a half a pound a week. So at this point, if I make it to my due date, he's gonna be a good 8-pounder, which will be my biggest baby so far. Lilia was the biggest of the three. She was 7 pounds, 6 ounces. Kyson was 6 pounds, 9 ounces, and Kaden was 5 pounds, 11 ounces. And Lilia was born on her due date. So if I make it all the way to my due date, and I could possibly even make it past, he will be about 8.5, maybe 9, roughly around there, pounds. I'm thinking he's gonna be a good 8.5 pounder. So we will see as the weeks go on. Also at this last appointment, I got my Group B strep test swab, and it's really different how they do it. In an OB's office, they do obviously everything for you, and you sit and you put your legs in the stirrups, and whatever kind of test they have to do, if they do a pap smear or whatever, they just like do it for you, and they just like have you open up and do it for you. So it's really a different experience, because I don't know if all midwives do this, but my midwife, if you're familiar with the Group B strep test, it's basically, it looks like an ear, what is that called? Like an ear swab, like that you clean your ears out with. It looks like one of those, and all you do is you stick it inside of your vagina and you just like swish it around, and then that's the test. You put it in the test tube, and that's what it is, and they send it off for testing. So she had me do it myself, which is kind of cool because it's not like, it's less like invasive, like here she is all up in my business type of thing. So that was kind of neat, and it wasn't hard at all, obviously. It was significantly smaller than even a tampon, so it wasn't an issue at all. But you just go up there and you like swirl it around, and then you put it in the test tube, and then she's gonna send it out and let me know what my results are. And I was Group B strep positive with the twins. With Lilia, I think I was negative. So we will see what they come back this time, but I have been taking probiotics these past few weeks, and I've actually been slacking this last week, but previously I had been taking probiotics, and it's supposed to kind of help in advance treat for something like group B strep, so hopefully it comes back negative and we won't have to worry about it. And also at this last appointment, she has been checking head up versus head down, and she was worried about it for a while there. At this last appointment on Monday, she said that he is definitely head down. However, his head is not engaged in the pelvis at all whatsoever. He's actually kind of transverse. He's not like fully transverse, which would mean like he's laying like this in my stomach, like sideways. He's head down, but he's like at a diagonal angle. So he's like hanging out there, and his head is, my cervix is like right here and his head is like over here. So he's not engaged at all. He's not like in my pelvis. So pretty much that means that I'm not going to go into labor anytime soon. I have not had much of an appetite. Just kind of make myself snack throughout the day and get some nutrition in my body. At this point, I have gained 30 pounds. And with Lilia, I gained 20, I always forget if it's 24 or 26, but it was like, it was pretty much exactly the amount that you're like supposed to gain or whatever. With the twins, I gained 34 pounds, which was actually under the amount that you're supposed to gain with twins, and especially for being as far along as I was. And with this pregnancy, singleton pregnancy, I've already gained 30 pounds. So, and that's only gonna go up from here. So that kind of sucks, and that's probably why I feel significantly more tired, or contributes to me feeling more tired. Obviously, the main reason would be that I'm chasing after 3 toddlers all day, but that definitely doesn't help, having like 30 extra pounds on you all the time. I think that's pretty much all for pregnancy updates, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my 37-week belly. Okay, so none of my shirts fit anymore, so don't judge me. All right, so here's with the shirt on, kind of. Here's with the shirt up. Looks like I'm at about 44 now inches. So that is it for this week. Let me know if you guys have any pregnancy related questions, and make sure you follow me on Instagram and on Facebook, because I do try to post pictures and like updates on there as much as I can, because it's a lot easier to obviously take a picture and post it, or type something and post it. It's a lot faster and it's a lot less of a hassle to have to actually sit down and record videos. So I update on my Instagram and my Facebook a lot more, and I'll put the links down below. And other than that, I think that's pretty much it. So I will talk to you guys for week 38. Bye.